Again. So now we're going to start translating the poem. And this is not going to be the poem, the translation that we're going to enter into the prize. This is a rough draft. And when I say rough, I mean rough, okay? We're going to, as fast as we can, replace every French word with an English word, okay? When we're looking at literal translations, there's a few things that I think are quite important. First of all, just use your dictionary to translate the poem. Obviously, if you know some of the words, great. But the words you don't know, just look them up, okay? Don't worry about whether or not it sounds good. You need to make sense of it first. You need to understand the poem. It has to make sense to you. And if you can, try to follow the original word order as much as possible. We're not translating an instruction manual or a story or anything like that. We're translating a poem. And in a poem, word order is really, really important. Even if you have to change it in the end, you need to understand why the poem has chosen to do it in that way. The poet has chosen to do it in that way. So let's have a look. So the poem is called Chanson d'automne. Easy, and I've already written my title. It's Song of Autumn. So we all know what les means. Les is the. Now sanglot, I'm not sure about the word, so I'm going to look it up and I'm going to show you the internet resources that I would use usually during my translations. And the main one here is word reference, which I've actually got in Portuguese, as you can see. But we're going to go into French now. So we're going to look up sanglot. You can use other dictionaries. This is probably the best one. There are lots of other ones. There are some that are maybe better for school learners. Sometimes Google Translate can work, but sometimes, especially when you're translating a poem, it can give you the total wrong answer. It can give you a translation that is correct, but not in this context. So I would try and steer clear of that if you can. You can also use your trusted classroom paper dictionaries. Anyway, sanglot means sob or sobbing. So we're going to go with the simple, shortest word there, sob. So les is the sobs long. Okay, I'm not going to look up long because I know what it means. The sobs long of the violon is pretty easy, isn't it? Violins of autumn. So we've had a lot of really easy words, a lot of cognates, and just in case you don't know what a cognate is a word where it's very similar in the two languages. So violon, violins, long, autumn, autumn. Here we go. Bless. Now, bless does not mean to bless. Bless means wound or hurt. Okay, so. And here we've got the third person. So it's they hurt my heart, mon cœur, of a longueur. What's longer? Longer. Langueur. I'm not sure about that one, but I'm just going to stick it in because it's very similar to the French. Of a langueur. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Monotonous. Now let's have a look at this. Song of Autumn, the sobs long of the violins of autumn. They hurt my heart of a languor monotonous. Now there's something clearly very wrong with this, which is that the adjectives like long and monotonous are coming after the nouns, and we don't do that in English. So even though this is a literal translation, I'm just going to switch this around. So the long sobs of the violins of autumn, they hurt my heart of a languor monotonous, of a monotonous. Those are much harder words than long and sob, but still we can tell that monotonous is an adjective. Languor, is a noun. So there we go. And we're just going to continue like that. I'm not going to go through it all with you, but you continue like that until you have all the words. Simple, huh?